Erev. Oops. Good morning, Rabbi Isai. Lili nishmasi mimiros v'ruspas Mordechai. Hayoim. Shisho v'esrim yoim sheim shlisha shavuos. V'chamisho yomim boimer. The Rosh Kollel, Rav Kurlansky, he found one of my signs in Chicago. Givaldik. Hi, Reb Yisrael. You hear what's going on? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Hi, Reb Eli. First of all, I have to thank you for managing to engage me, another ADDer, in learning Gemara like never before. I'm hopeful that I might actually, for the first time ever, complete a Masechta Be'ezer Hashem. Donnie, this is your boy. Johnny Marks. Johnny Marks, love that guy. You love that guy. I hope I love him too. I don't know who he is. He looks pretty geschmack. I'll show you in a second. I'm hopeful that I might actually, for the first time ever, complete a Masechta Be'ezer Hashem. One of my biggest inspirations is seeing Donnie Fine, by name and by nature, my future neighbor Be'ezrat Hashem this summer, in his usual seat, and I hope to be able to enjoy the shiur in real life. Is there a 1.5 speed option? ADHD, I told you. I'm glad to hear that listening. That's the problem. A lot of people that watch on 1.5 speed, then they come to the live. They're like, you're so slow. What's wrong with you? I'm glad to hear that listening while it's walking, exercising, driving is all good. I hope this picture below. Oh, I forgot. Somebody sent an email. I should have read it. Okay. About, he wasn't so excited that you're learning while exercising. I hope this picture below in my ice barrel is on the it's okay list. Here's the picture. I wasn't sure, but why not? Push some buttons over there. All right, at least I got a nice curse. Huge shkoyach, and looking forward to meeting you soon. Good Shabbos, Johnny Marks, London. Johnny Marks, therapy and counseling. Givaldik. I just had the pleasure of being at your father's Siyum Shas Bavli in North Miami Beach. Although it did not come close to the size of Siyum I had in Schus attend in Connecticut, the room was totally packed, including your son Aaron, and everyone there felt very, very privileged to be at such a wonderful Simcha given by our Rebbe's father. Although he, a relative newcomer to Miami, already has a very large following who waited in line for a very long time to get a bracha from him. His face lit up, and I can see him smiling from ear to ear when I told him that I was Talmud of yours. You can't imagine how much nachas he has from you, and even said so in his speech. May all of us continue to have nachas, good health, and happiness from Rabbi Stefansky Sr. and Jr. David Gray. Wow, Rabbi Isai, check this out. The Masechta is sponsored by Anonymous for saving speedy return of all the hostages. Yosef. That's it. That's because Yosef is in Miami somewhere. Oh, did I show? I didn't show the video. It was in the other shiur. Chabal. Okay, we'll show it tomorrow, Be'ezer Hashem. So, before, You have it? Yeah. You want to show it real quick? Yeah. Show it real quick. Why not? In lieu of the sponsors today, you will see. That's a nice boat. It's the Everglades.
There. Tonight it's Port Everglades. With the Billyack family.
Give Aldik. Okay. They're enjoying themselves there while we don't have sponsors over here. Wow, what a chutzpah. Okay. Two people were walking down the street, and one of them with the kosher phone looks at his friend that has a non-kosher phone and says, "Can I borrow your phone for a second?" So I borrow the phone, and it's difficult for him to, type on the phone. So he tells the friend, "Here, take my phone. Hold it for a second." He does his thing, and as he's doing stuff on the phone, a guy walks by, grabs the phone, and runs. So the guy that borrowed the phone, what is he? He's a shoyel. He borrowed. A shoyel is chayev for gneva aveda, pshia, everything. Einzim, mesa. Oh, right. So that's the shoyel. Is the guy that lent him the phone, is he considered Baal of Imai? Is he there with him, helping him, working for him? And the answer probably yes. He's working for him. Why? Because he held his phone for him. He's doing him a favor. He's holding him the phone. Once he holds the phone, then the other guy's putter from everything, even negligence. We'll see. So let's see a little bit about that in today's sugya. V'chulan she'amru. We're holding Daf Amud Beis 6 lines from the bottom. Let's say you give your student to the tailor, and he calls you up and he says, "Listen, I'm done. Come pick it up." V'chulan she'amru toil shelcha. Pick it up. V'avei ma'is. Don't forget the money. Shomer chinam. The tailor is a shomer sachar. As long as he's working on the garment, he's a shomer sachar. But once he calls the person up, he lets him know that he should pick up the garment and bring money. In that order, pick up the garment and bring money. Then it becomes a shomer chinam. Why? Because he's saying, in essence, what he's saying is, I don't want to watch your clothing anymore. I'm done. I'm done as a shomer sachar. I'm not watching it. Come pick it up. So let me ask you a question. What if he says the word, I'm done? Huh? He says, come pick up your clothing, bring money. Then he's done. What if he says, I'm done?
Same.
Huh? Same? You guys say it's the same. Tanan awesome. Says the Gemara, Omar lo shoyel shalach. You call up your friend, you say, can I borrow your bike? He says, yeah. She says, okay. Could you send it with your kid? Sure. V'shilcha, as soon as the guy sends it, it's on the way. It didn't even hit the borrower's house. V'meisa, and the bike went five. The car died. Chayav, the borrower is chayav from the time that it leaves the lender's house. Rishus. V'chein b'shosha machzira. Pay attention over here. When you say that you want the item, it didn't come to you yet. The guy says, "Okay, I'm sending it." He sends it. You're chayiv. So the same thing in reverse. When the guy says, "Can I have my item back?" and you say, "Yes, okay, you can have it back," and you send, that's it. Then it's not in your rishus anymore. Then it becomes his. Now this is critical. All this, give it back to me. Okay, I'll give it back to you, and here it is when it's in middle of the period of the sheila. In other words, I lend you the bike for a week. 3 days into it, I said, "Can I have my bike back?" Sure, let me send it back with my son. Boom, it becomes yours. It's yours because it's within the sheila. Listen to this, Rabbi Yosef, very important. Once there is no more lending, I'm only allowed to borrow it. Shalom Aleichem. Borrowing for a week. The week is over, we're 8-9 days in. I'm not a shoyel anymore. You hear what's going on here? Chiddush gadol. I'm supposed to return it, but I didn't return it. Now I'm a shomer, I don't know what I am. You say shomer chinam. Okay, hold on a second. Maybe you're shomer sachar. I lent you my car. You had the chutzpah to not return it to me. It's over, but you should return it to me. You didn't return it to me, so at least take responsibility like a shomer sachar.
What do I get? As a shomer sachar, I'm getting something.
Okay, I hear. Okay. These are all Gevaliga stuff, all discussed by the Gemara. Both tzdadim. Okay, good. I just want to point out that, think about it yourself. What would you say? But it says over here that once it's done, you hear what's going on here? It's done. I only lent it to you for a week. Week's over. Now I'm not a shoyel anymore. I don't know what I am. The Gemara is going to discuss soon what you are. But a shoyel, the worst of the worst, the highest level of responsibility is over. Chiddush. On that, the Gemara asks, "Maser Rav Nachman Bar Papa, v'kulan shamru tal shilcha, v'havei mayos shomer chinam." We just read in the Mishnah that if the tailor calls up and says, "Pick up your suit," the shoemaker says, "Pick up your shoes. I'm done. I'm finished," and don't forget to bring the money. He drops a level. He drops from a shomer sachar. He drops to a shomer chinam. What if he says, "I'm done"? Just the words, "I'm done." And you guys all said, done is the same thing. But the Gemara wants to be medayik, hagemartiv shomer sachar. It's not the same thing. Here it is, right over here. So we have, on top is what the Mishnah says. Tol shilcha v'havei ma'is. I just put in parentheses, the guy is saying, I don't want to be a shomer anymore. I'm done being a shomer. So the Gemara is medayik. Oh, it's only because I said these 4 words. What if I said one word? Done. and the owner knows that it's done. It's like, in our case, where the owner knows that the lending period is over. He knows it. We said once you know that it's over, the owner knows that it's over, the guy's no longer a shayl. Over here, he knows that it's over. He got a phone call. The guy says, hello, Mr. Friedman, yeah, done. So he knows it's done. He knows it's over. But we're medayik that only in the case where he says, come pick it up and bring money, then he's not a shomer sachar. But if he says the word done, hagamartiv shomer sachar. So it comes out that even if the owner knows that the tailor is done, he's still a shomer. So then, if so, then the lender, even though he knows that it's done, knowing that it's done, says the Gemara, doesn't absolve you of being a shomer. No, okay, he knows it's done. It's still, so what if the owner knows it's done? You still remain a shomer sachar. I said gemarti. I told you I'm done, but you still have my chayfetz. You still remain a shomer sachar. Says Gemara, you're right. You could be medayik. Why is there 4 words? Tol shelcha v'havi mois. It should be 1 word. Done. So obviously, done and tol shelcha v'havi mois are 2 different halachas. Tol shelcha v'havi mois means that I don't want to be a shomer anymore. I'm nothing. I'm a shomer chinam. Gemartiv would mean that you're shomer sachar. Says the Gemara. It's a great diuk, but not to the word gemartiv, rather to the purple. Tol shelcha v'havi mois means I don't want to be a shomer at all. But if you flip it around and you say Havim Mois v'tal Shalcha, that means I'm still a shomer. That's the diuk. You hear? It's the nice thing that you're making a diuk. It's 4 words and whatever. Yeah, the diuk should be that if it's in this order, the 4 words are in this order. Tol Shalcha, pick it up. V'havim Mois. In other words, Tol Shalcha, pick it up means I don't want to be your shomer. Tol, take it out of here. Get it out of here. I'm done being a shomer sachar. But when you say Havim Mois v'tal Shalcha, it doesn't mean I don't want to be a shomer sachar. It means Havim Mois, get me money right now. I need money. It's nothing to do with. That's the deal. It's a very nice deal. Nothing to do with done. What?
I'm still a shomer on it because you owe me money. I'm still willing to be a shomer on it because
you
owe me money.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now done would be like you guys said. You were chavin. Just the word done is the same as Tol Shechav. You still. I don't want to be a shomer. I'm done.
You're not comparing this to the case of Sheila, right?
We tried to compare it, and now we're saying that there's no deal. We started off comparing.
Different than Sheila.
That's I saw when you made a face that it's a little different.
Yeah.
That what?
Sheila, you don't owe me money. Over here, the whole tzad, you owe me money, and whether I'm staying.
I know. Okay, so we're gonna see a svar. We're gonna see a svar here. We're gonna get there. The Gemara is gonna touch all your points. Oh, so what comes out? So you said the word gemartiv, I'm done. You cannot be medayik from Tol Shecha. So the gemartiv and Tol Shecha would have the same halacha. It doesn't matter how you say I'm done. I'm done. Come pick it up. Bring me money. It all means the same thing. I'm done. I don't want to be a shomer. So avol gemartiv, 3 lines down. Mai shomer chinam. It's the same thing as saying I don't want to be a shomer. Tol Shecha v'avim meis. I don't want to be a shomer sachar. I want to be a shomer chinam. You say gemartiv. I don't want to be a shomer sachar. I want to be a shomer chinam. Yachi. So then the question is, why does it say 4 words? Tol Shecha v'avim meis. Just say 1 word. Done. Why does the Mishnah say such a long sentence? The guy picked up the phone. Hello. Tol Shecha v'havim meis. And if you would just say Tol Shecha, or you would have just said gemarti, what's the arichos? Gemara says beautiful. You need the arichos. Just say 1 word. I'm done. And certainly if you give a whole drasha, that means I don't want to be a shomer sachar, I want to be a shomer chinam. Says the no, it's richale. No, there's a big chiddush here. When a person makes such a long drasha, he's saying, get this out of here quickly and bring me the money. I'm not even a shomer chinam. I'm not watching bichlal. A pikadon. So Kamash malon that he's a shomer chinam. Yeah, of course, if you call up and you say I'm finished, it doesn't mean I don't want to be anything. But I would think that if you say these 4 words, tol shecha v'havim es shecha, 5 words, tol es shecha v'havim, it didn't fit into the things. I took out the s. Tol es shecha v'havim mais. Maybe I'm saying something really strong, powerful. I don't want to even be a shomer chinam. Nothing, 0.
can't say it's Pekadon is a Shomer Chinam. What is that going to give?
No, Kamash will let's be Pekadon. Kamash will let's be Pekadon. Yeah, I think. What do you mean? What if? Time out. If I put my computer in your house without reshus, what are you? Mandy. I come into your house. You're not home. I open up the door and I put my computer in your living room. What are you? Shemachinam or Shemachinam? Nothing. So over here also nothing. Your suit is in my store. I want it out of here. Get it out of here. So I'm a nothing. So says the Gemara, we have something similar. Like in our Mishnah, that if a guy calls up and says these 5 words, he flips from a Shomer Sacher into a Shomer Chinam. My love, the same halacha, like you guys, everybody said over here, that should be the same thing. You just call up and say, I'm done. Why? Because now the owner knows it's over, it's finished, he did his job. Now it's your turn to pick it up. He has the idea. We're talking about knowing. This is the owner of. It's similar to Sheila. Why is it similar to Sheila? Because the owner of the bike knows that the term is over. He should get it back. So the guy loses his severe shmira of a shayla. Once there's a yediyah. Says Gemara, no. You can't prove here anything to a sheila because the word gemartiv, I'm done, is different than tal shecha vavimais. Huna mar bar miremar kamei de Ravina Rami masnisin adadi. He asked a contradiction in the Mishnah. Huna mar bar miremar. This is the name of a person. Kamei de Ravina. He's standing in front of the Ravina. Rami masnisin. He has a contradiction of the Mishnah is adadi, one on the other, or Mishani, and he answered his own question. None. It says in the Mishnah, if the guy, whoever he is, the craftsman, he calls up and he says, I finished your shoes, come pick them up. I fixed your bike, come pick it up. Bring money. So he goes from being a Shomer Sachar, because the craftsman is always a Shomer Sachar on the shoes bike, until he's done and he notifies you. Then he becomes a Shomer Chinam. Now this is the Gemara. Vuadin legemartiv. This is what's his name again? Huna mar bar miremar. In other words, he's making a hanacha and he's asking a kasha. That's what they used to say in yeshiva. You're making a hanacha, you're making an assumption, and then you have a kasha. So here's his assumption. Not only if he says those 5 words, talis shalchav avimais, but even vuadin, he himself is talking. The one asking the question. Vuadin ligemardim el Rebbe, he's asking his Rebbe, chayra, even when I say I'm done. Okay, so then he has a question. Remino, omer shoyel shalach. So that's what we had before. Question from a shoyel. The borrower tells the owner, please send that item. V'shilcha, and he listened to him and he sent it. V'meisa chayav. V'chein b'shal shemachzira. So if the v'chein b'shal shemachzira, what does it mean? When the time came to, or forget the time, when the owner asks for his item back, so as soon as he asks for it back and the guy sends it, that's it. It becomes the owner's. Now, what if he didn't ask for it back? The borrower is still responsible, but the owner knows that it's over. The period time is over. Yeah? We're talking about what? We're saying that if he knows about it, then he drops from a Shomer Sacher to Shomer Chinam. Over here, he knows about it. Says the Gemara, no, like we said before. When does he give it back? When is it considered as if it goes back to the owner? During the period of the Sheila. Once the owner, you're right. Once the owner knows about it, he's not a Shomer Sacher anymore. Potter. Once the owner knows that the time is up, then the guy drops from being the most severe shoyl to potter. Now the question is, what does he drop to? Noam said before he drops to a shomer chinam, I think you said. Siboilu, potter. Now that the period of the she'ela drought. I lent you my bike for a week. The week's over, we're 8 days, 9 days into it, and somebody stole it. If I'm a shoyel, I'm chayev. If I'm a shomer sachar, I'm chayev on gneva aveda. If I'm a shomer chinam, I'm potter. I borrowed your bike, but I didn't give it back. Maybe I drop all the way to shomer chinam, my boilu. Potter mishoyel v'chayev kishomer sachar. Am I still chayev in shomer sachar? So what would be the difference? What if the bike dies? I borrowed a donkey and it dies. So if I'm a shoyel, I'm chayev. I'm chayev on mesa. If you're a shomer sachar, you're potter. Certainly, if you're a shomer chinam. Maybe he's only a shomer chinam. It makes sense that he remains a shomer sachar. And here's the Gemara saying that svara. Once a person has hana from you, you gave him hana, you lent him the thing. So mahana, he returns the favor. You're not going to be the opposite of a Hakaras Hatov. How do you say the opposite of Hakaras Hatov? Huh? Ingrateful. What? Ingrateful, yeah. Great. Ungrateful. Once you take a guy lends you something, a guy is nice to you, he says for no reason. What? No. You're gonna no. Item died. No. You're only a Shem Sachar. Time out. You're a Shem Sachar. Shem Sachar is not chayiv on dying. You go from a shoyel to Shem Sachar, not to a Shem Chinam. You have a Hakaras Hatov, so you're gonna take upon yourself responsibility of a Shem Sachar. To me, it's pasha, no? Like
why isn't that a sachar itself?
What?
Why isn't that the sachar itself?
Where's the schar?
You lent me something.
Yeah, but where's the schar?
That's the favor you
Right here. You see from the sugya that that's not counted as anything. There's an additional hana. You counted me. You looked at me. You trusted me. That sort of thing. I hear. He's asking what?
And how long does that last? What happens if I give it back and then I borrow it again? And I take it again 5 minutes later?
And then what?
No,
now you're shoyel. Now you're shoyel.
No. Now I just borrowed it. Now.
What do you mean?
Not to use. Now I'm just taking it.
What do you mean just taking it?
To watch.
You're ganav?
No.
Tell me what you are. You're shomer?
You lent me a bike. I used it for a week.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Now we're on
Now you're shomer
day
sachar.
Day 8. Now you're telling me I'm a shomer sachar.
Yeah.
And I give you the bike back.
Yeah.
Say thank you very much.
Yeah.
Then I take it again.
What do you take it? You borrow it? Tell me.
Now I'm a shomer chinam. That's a whole new share.
Yes.
Even though I didn't watch it for a second. On day 8. What about Hakaras Hatov? He's saying that Hakaras Hatov makes you a shomer sachar.
Until you give it back.
If I borrow something else instead.
You should be a shomer chinam, but again, you need schar here. In order to be a shomer sachar, again, nacham alachal. In order to be a shomer sachar means you receive. No, shomer sachar means you receive something to watch it. You have to receive something physical. He's saying that not only you're shoyel, you're built in shomer sachar because you receive this item. Okay, but the Gemara is saying in addition to that.
Right.
Yeah. What did I say?
You said you need something extra.
No, what's the extra? What did I say? What was the extra? For the she'ela. The she'ela you're saying. I hear. The actual she'ela, same thing. Okay, fine. Hakaras Hatov, she'ela, the same thing, I guess. You lent it to me because...
In appreciation for him.
So it's a Hakaras Hatov. That's why we said Hakaras Hatov.
No, he's saying forget the Hakaras Hatov. He lent you an item to rent a bike for a week cost $10. So he gave you $10. So that $10 made you not the Hakaras Hatov. That $10 made you a shomer sachar until you give it back. It just makes sense until you give it back. You have to give it back. Okay, we keep on going. Rabbi said we have Geshmak and Maisis today. Let's go. Tanya Kavaseda Meimar. Halakech Kalim and Beis Umal and Shagon and Beis Chomiv. Givaldik Maisa. It happens today also. You are not sure what your kala's taste is, so you you get jewelry, you don't pay for it. You go to the store, you have no idea, right? I have no idea what my wife likes and doesn't like. No matter what I get, and no matter what they convince me is in style, it doesn't work. Now, I learned from experience, it's really dumb to say, take the credit card and go there, because then you avoid the whole point is that you thought about her, and you brought her, and it's a surprise sort of this, that, and you did the work. To say, go take the credit, it's not she doesn't want the jewelry, she just wants the thought. Okay, fine. So it's very important to this. It's very important to this sugya, the thought. The Gemara talks about it. Shalom Aleichem, I didn't have you here, Shalom Aleichem. I missed you a lot. So, if my kala likes the jewelry and she wants it, I'll pay for it. I'm telling you, this is exactly how it works today, right, Mendy? You could. I'm saying you could get a diamond bracelet, a tennis bracelet that costs $10,000 from the jeweler. He won't charge you a dime. If he knows you, he'll give it to you. You decide if you want it. That's part of the tactic, actually. That's how they get you to buy it. They look at it. Okay. Vimlav. And if she doesn't like it, it's still worth money. Why? Because she sees I'm thinking about her. I went through the trouble. I sent her jewelry. Terrible looking jewelry, but Lamaisa, I get points. Points are worth money. I'll pay you whatever it is. And somebody stole the tennis bracelet. If it's on the way to the kala, you're chayiv. But on the way back, you're potter. So you see over here, this hana that he had. Havana. Get points. That makes me a shomer sachar, and a shomer sachar is potter from oines. Says the Gemara, "Ugaver the zaben lechamra lechavrei." Huh? He didn't pay. No pay. Oh, but on the way he didn't pay yet. On the way back, he had a no, and he's paying for that no. For what? But what did he get? What did he get? Yeah. But the Gemara calls it toivas hana. There's hana here. But that's what we're trying to prove. That's the point we're trying to prove. Okay, we'll go weiter. So throughout Shas, we said this. We had it in the last few daf also. Chamra spelled ches mem reish aleph can mean a donkey or wine. In this case, it means a donkey. If somebody can prove it from inside the Gemara why it's a donkey, not wine, gets 1,000 points. He sold him a donkey. And he told him, I'm going to go to sell, I'm a car dealer. I like to sell cars. I see you have a nice donkey. I'm going to try to sell it, make a profit. If I'm able to sell it over there, great. And if I cannot sell it, I'm not successful, I want you to take it back. Great, deal. Didn't work out for him. He couldn't sell it. And when he's going back, itness. There was something happened to the donkey. Also came the Rav Nachman Chayve. Rav Nachman said, Yechayev. Esi Rav Nachman, Nentzu, we just said, with the jewelry, on the way back, you're potter. So how come over here with the donkey, it's different than the jewelry? Jewelry on the way back, you become a shomer sachar. And you're potter from oinus. How come by a donkey on the way back, you're chayiv? Because when the whole point of the donkey is to sell it and to make profit. So the guy doesn't care when he sells it. He could sell it on the way there. He could sell it on the way back. So back and forth. On the way back, it's also for him to sell. It's not like I'm done. It's not like the jewelry on the way back. If he finds a buyer, of course he'll sell it. So the way back is like the way there. We said that if we make a deal, you watch this item for me, and I'll watch this item for you. So you do me a favor by watching my item. I do you a favor by watching your item. So we both become shomer sachar. We're both benefiting. We have the halacha. It says in the pasuk, in Bala Vimai, this is a pasuk talking about a shoyel, and it says that if the owner is there, it's mamish gzeris hakasaf. It makes no sense logically. Could I borrow your $300,000 car for 2 weeks? I'm going to Eilat for 2 weeks. I borrow? Yeah. And by the way, I'm very thirsty. Can I have a cup of water? So the owner of the car goes and gets you a cup of water. So he's working for you, and he gives you the cup of water, and then you start up the car and you go. You're potter from everything. If it's stolen, you hit a tree, you're potter. Why? Because he was working for you when he gave you the keys. He gave you a cup of water. He worked for you. Your mom's got a cup of water. He gave it to you. So you become potter, because it says in the pasuk in Bava Metzia, there's a cause of you, the shoyel, are potter. And that halacha applies to all shoymrim. Vav Metzia says over here in the Likutei Rashi, brings from Baba Kama, Daf Tzadikei. Vav Metzia, it's not only a shoyel, it's also shoym chinam, shoym sacher. Says the Gemara. Vamai, I'm watching yours and you're watching mine. We're doing things for each other. I'm working for you, you're working for me. So I'm not a shoym sacher. I'm potter from everything. So we must say, in order to get rid of this problem, is I'm not working for you now. I didn't get you the cup of water now. I got you the cup of water the next day, the following day. It's too late. Once you took the shmira, once you became a shayel or a shoym sacher, that's it. Later on, you do something for me, it's too late. It has to be at the time that you accept it upon yourself. So the Gemara is going to prove from these 4 words, says Rashi. That's exactly our case. You watch for me, I watch for you. Now the rest is not important to us, because that's not where the question comes from. Hashileni v'ashilcha, I'll lend you, you lend me. Shmarli, you watch my item, v'ashilcha, and therefore I will lend you something. Or Hashileni, I'll lend you something, v'ashmalachan, and I'll watch yours. Kula nasu shomer sacha zelzeh, we all become shomer sacha. As the Gemara v'amai shmir b'ailami. So what's the Gemara's answer? It's because it happened at different times. If I was walking with you and I asked you to hold my kosher phone and you gave me your non-kosher phone and somebody stole it from me, I am potter. Why? Because you are holding my kosher phone for me, you're working for me, you're my worker right now at the time of you giving me the non-kosher phone. So Meila, I'm potter from Gneva Aveda, and maybe even Pshia, we'll see in a second. It's not a question, a question. If I say to you, I'll lend you money on condition that you lend me money. Mutter, Asr? It's ribbis. Hanu aloi. People that were selling aloe vera or they're selling detergent, the chol yoyma have ofela. It's not important what they were selling. They were selling stuff. There was a group of guys. They used to get together every day. They needed to eat. So they made, how do you say Toranut in English? Rotation. You bake bread on Sunday, I'll do Monday, you do Tuesday, etc. Okay, you go bake. So the Gemara understood it was his turn. Go bake bread. Naturally, I don't want my suit, my choshev suit, to get dirty from the flour. Watch my suit. Now, he's baking bread because he has to bake bread. It's his turn. And they're watching his suit. Are they getting paid to watch his suit? No. If he didn't have to bake the bread, and he's baking the bread, and they're watching his suit, so they got paid to watch his suit by him baking the bread. The baking the bread is in lieu of them watching the suit. He's doing something for them. He's paying them to watch the suit. But since it's his turn anyway, so he's not paying them anything. Memela, they are shomer chinam. And shomer chinam is potter from everything besides pshia. Says the Gemara, at the Asa until he got back, pashu ba. There was a pshia in the shomer chinam, v'ignov and a gad, stolen. They left his suit hanging outside the hotel, and if a guy came by and took it, yishkoyach, pshia. Also coming to Rav Papa. So they came to Rav Papa. Chayvinu, he said, they are chayev. Why should they be chayev? He's making the bread while they are watching the suit. It happened at the same exact time. And Memela, he is working for them. There's no, it's they're together. It's pshia b'bailam. They should be potter. Says the Gemara Ichsif. He was embarrassed that he forgot that halacha. Says Gemara, l'soifik gloi milso da'ushato shichur ahava koshasi. We even have a picture. Instead of him baking the bread at the same time that they're watching, as he took his as they accepted upon themselves the shmira of a suit, the Gemara understood he was making bread. No, he was drinking beer. So in Mela, it wasn't at the same time. It's like we said before. One thing happened the next day. So Rav Papa was right. He didn't know, but there was no takala. HaKadosh Baruch Hu saved him from a bad psak. Why? In this particular case, they are chayev because there's no shmir b'bailam. Enochanami. Had he started making the bread like the Gemara thought, they would be potter because the shmir b'bailam. It happened at the same time that they took upon themselves the shmira. Says the Gemara, Anichlam Adam B'Shiv B'Bailam Potter Mishum Hachi Ichsaf. That's good. What was Rav Papa thinking? If you learn, and it's mamish pella, you could do anything you want. You could hang the guy's suit out on a public street, and if somebody steals it, you're potter. Why? Because the Torah says Bal Avimai. That's one man. The other man says no, don't exaggerate. The Torah meant is if you did what you're supposed to do, you're not a shayel, you're not a shemisach, whatever you're not. But not if a pshia. The Gemara says they were Pesheya. There's a Manoma that says that there is no concept of Bala Mimoy when there's a Pshia. So why was Rav Papa embarrassed? He shouldn't have been embarrassed. He passing right. Since they were Pesheya, they're Chayev. Says the Gemara, I'll tell you why. There was no Pshia over there. The story is different. The story is that he's not a Shomer Chinam. He's not a Shomer Sachar. He's not a Shomer Chinam. He's a Shomer Sachar. And what? The guys watching his suit, we thought that they're shomer chinam because he had to bake the bread. The answer is no. They were shomer sachar because he didn't have to bake the bread. He was doing them a favor, or that was the payment for watching the suit. And we haven't allowed the day have it. It wasn't his day. Do us a favor and bake the bread. With that, and that's what he meant to say. Whatever I know you have for me baking the bread, that's why you should watch my suit. So they became a Shem and Memela Adasa Igniv until they got there, it was stolen. So you don't even need to come on to Pshia. They are Shem Sachar. Also coming to Rav Papa Chivino, and that's why Rav Papa said it Chayev, because there's no tour now of Baal of Imoy B'Pshia doesn't work. It does work. There's no pshia here. Oh, there's no pshia, okay? No pshia. There was no pshia. Yes. In a case of pshia, he should be time out. One second. Let me just say, then you'll tell me anything. The Gemara understood that if there's a pshia, there's a manda, according to one manda Amar, there is no Baal of Imai. So Gemara is saying there's no pshia. There's no pshia here. Now what are you saying?
That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
They were talking about the Gemara is changing the whole story.
Correct.
So the Gemara is saying that there was no Pshia. Rav Papa was Mechayev, quote unquote, by mistake. That's where Rav Papa came back to him and said he made a mistake.
Yeah.
And then the story was that it wasn't bad name.
Yeah, but what was the Gemara's kasha? The Gemara's kasha was that what? That Rav Papa didn't make a mistake.
That's right.
But you're just saying that Rav Papa didn't know, but he made a mistake. But La Halacha, the Gemara is saying that La Halacha, he didn't make a mistake. Right. Right. Not. What do you mean? Nothing to do with Pshia? Was there a Pshia or not a Pshia?
No, because it's Shem Safar, so we don't have to get to it.
Okay, we don't have to get to it. Exactly. I know there's no Pshia, but we don't have to get to it. Also, Kamei the Rav Papa, Chivino. Amar the Rav Papa, Shmir B'Bailami. Why Mechayev Shmir B'Bailam? And there is no Ptur of Pshia Yosef, so he was embarrassed.
It's Gneva, it doesn't make a difference what it is. He's Potter because Baladima.
Because he's a Shem Sachar.
Because of nothing. Baladima is Potter for everything. No. We're not talking about Pshia. We're talking about Baladima.
Correct. If he was a Shem Chinam, what would be the halacha?
I don't know, it doesn't make a difference. We're not talking about Pshia.
Right, that was the whole point. So we switched from Shem Chinam to Shem. Okay. Hashmir B'Bailami, Ichsif, L'Savik Lo Yimilsa, Da'ishata Shichra Havashasi. There's no Balavimai anyway. There's no Balavimai. He was drinking then. He didn't start the Shmir. The Balavimai. What?
Why would it be considered Balavima? The whole reason that he's considered a Shomer Suffer is because he said, in exchange for me baking for you, you wash my thing. So the Suffer is that he's baking for them, right?
Yeah.
So what's the Balavima? The Balavima must be something on top of the Shmir.
What? It's different. This the shmira, and there's the shmira, and he's working for them.
No, but the
You're saying that the work doesn't count because he's getting paid?
Right. That's in shomer suffer because he's getting paid.
It's still considered going
Yeah. You want to take away the shomer suffer part because the balavima because he's getting paid for it? Okay, fight. I don't know. Sponsored. That's more important. Eric Adelman of Bigger Cup Consulting. Chanie and Paul Schuster with Hakaras Hatov, the Fishel, Simcha and Ner Tamid for bringing Eli MDY and DafYomi into our lives. Says the Gemara, the two people going on the way. One was tall, one was short. The tall guy was on the donkey. Or on the wine, whatever you want. Does anybody have a raya that we were talking about a donkey before? No. The Havale's Dina. The tall guy had a sheet made out of flax. It doesn't absorb so much water, it doesn't get so heavy. Gutza Mikasi Sarbala, the short guy, he was with a nice thick coat made out of wool, the Komazgi Bikar, and he's walking by foot. In other words, if he would get wet, he could drown. Like the terrible Maisa that happened, there was 4 Ger Hasidim once. You remember that Maisa? They went in, they were swimming with their godim and everything, and they got schlepped into some pump. I don't know. So crazy Maisa once. Kimatil Nahara, when they got to the river, here we even have a picture. Shakli Sarbole Va'isvei Ilovei Chamara. So the short guy takes off his heavy coat and puts it on the back of the donkey in the trunk over there. V'shakli Lizdine, and he takes the thinner garment from the tall guy, Da'u, Vikasibe, and he wrapped himself with it. Says the Gemara, Shatvu Mailis Dine. It was much larger on him, whatever it is, and it got swept away in the current. Also, the Kamei the Rava, so they go to Rava, and Rava said, you are Chayev. Omar Lei, Rabbanon L'Rava, Amai, Sheilu B'Bailami. He's working for you, he's schlepping your coat, and he's there. It doesn't have to be there. He's working for you. He schlepped your coat, and he lent you his. So why should he be chayiv iksiv? He got embarrassed. At the end, they found out the beloy daiti shakle. He didn't ask him permission. And he didn't tell him you're working for me. He just put the stuff on the donkey. No, so what are you going to ask now? Huh? Oh, and Memela. So I didn't understand. I looked around, even today, I looked again. So then why did they go to Rava? The guy's a ganav. The guy steals his thing and it gets lost. So what was the havamina you shouldn't pay? You go to the entire, what? Like he didn't want to pay. They went to force him to pay. Okay, whatever this is. He didn't know the halacha shayil shalom das. Okay. Chaval, he didn't do DafYomi. Okay. Shayil shalom das, and it got stolen. It's not even, it got lost, Okay, fine. A guy rented out his car, his donkey. On condition, don't go over there with his water. I don't want water to get into the engine. Which reminds me of, okay, listen, we're on a roll here. We'll just say the joke. Why not? Mendy, this is for you. A lady calls up her husband. She says, listen, there's water in the engine. Did I say this joke already? No. There's water in the engine. She says, do me a favor. You don't even know where the engine is. What do you do? There's water in the engine. She says, no, there's water in the engine. She says, come quickly. She says, but let me ask you, do you know what oil is? The washing detergent, what do you know about these things? There's water in the engine. So he says, okay, I'm coming. Where should I come to? She says, I'm in the middle of the Mississippi. Ashi, come on.
I'm half asleep.
Oh, it's my fault that Adelman was asleep.
I'm half asleep. I only slept 2 hours.
Very disappointed in you, Ashi. When I need you.
You know something
Weiter.
hard day for me?
What? I was in the middle of Nahar Pros. Okay, fine. Says Gemara. We're on a roll here. We're going with these kind. We're how many daf? 16. Put them to sleep. This water, this hill, go in the place, go in the other place. Narash, there's no water over there. He doesn't listen, of course, and he goes through Nar Pkoid. And the donkey dies. He also Omar in Baruch the Nar Pkoid. You're right. I went in the wrong place. I'm telling you, there's no water. What is that called? It's like a migui. He could have lied and said, I went in the place that you told me to go on that road, and it died over there. By me being honest to you, you have to also believe me that there's no water there. The whole world knows there's always water there. There's a constant stream. You're making stuff up. That's already. Oh, by the way, my son is here. Y'all's here. Always, I'm asking you if I ever say a joke like that again, just l'chvoidai, poor kid. Okay, good. He's up. Shmarli v'amarlei hanach l'fnei yishay mechinam. Shmarli v'amarlei hanach l'fnei yishay mechinam. So the Gemara, the Mishnah tells us. The guy says, "Could I put it down? Could you watch it?" He says, "Put it down in front of me." Then that makes him a shomer chinam. By him saying, "Put it down in front of me," that makes him a shomer chinam. Oh, so let's just show this. The Mishnah says, "Hanach lefonai." That makes him a shomer chinam. Hanach lefonecha. You can be medayik. It's because I said, "Put it in front of me." What if I say, "Put it in front of you"? So I'm making fun of you. You do it yourself. Now the Gemara is going to ask, what about the word hanach? And the Mishnah says hanach lefonai, but what about hanach? That's him telling him basically, no way am I going to watch your stuff. Put it in front of yourself. So the Gemara asks, hanach stamamai. What if he didn't say in front of you or in front of me? He just said, put it down. Toshma shmarli v'omer loy hanach lefonai shomechinam. It says, could you please watch this? And he said, hanach lefonai, dafka with the word lefonai. Yeah, the top thing, lefonai. Mashma, that if I don't have the word lefonai, just the word hanach, it's no good. Hastama v'lei klum. Says Gemara, Adarabba, Midor Amar Ravona, let's make the diuk from the purple. Midor Amar Ravona hanach lefonecha, hudeinu lo yishem mechin v'lo yishem sacher. Dafka Ravuna says, because he said lefonecha, then he's not a shomer chinam either, not even a shomer sacher. Hastama shomer chinam havi, but just the word hanach. What? Yeah, that's what's coming up here. Elamaha mamish became an old shas. Hastama shomer chinam havi. I had no idea that I had a shaykh. I'm learning Gemara. Now you're going to explain to me the connection. So basically, the Gemara says you can't prove anything. Why? Because from the Mishnah's mashma hanach is you're nothing, and from Ravuna's mashma hanach is something, which is a pella atzum. You bring a raya. Usually we do this in the Mishnah. This is mamish classic. From the Reish's mashma hanach is a shomer sacher. From the Seif's mashma hanach is nothing. So since I have a steer between the Reish and the Seifa, we do nothing. What we were saying, from the Mishnah's mashma hanach by itself is nothing. And from Rav Huna, who lived hundreds of years later, who's an Amayra, is mashma the opposite of the Mishnah. I have mamish a stira between an Amayra and the Mishnah. That's a little bit of a problem. The Rashba asked that. Let me get that note. In Mechnes Bershus, so this is the case in Baba Kama. The reason why Noam remembers it is partially because of this thing right over here. No, he remembers. This Yossi says, you can bring your stuff into my chutzner. So the guy says, okay, brings it into the chutzner. This is like a similar case, yeah? And then comes the animal and eats it. That's be'erech. So over here it says, if the guy had permission to bring stuff into your property, Baal Chotzer Chayev. So the owner of the property has to make sure that an animal doesn't take from it. Why? Because when you say one word, yeah, come in, that means I am taking upon myself responsibility of shmira. I'm being a shomer. So you see, a word, come in, means I'll be a shomer. So by else also the Gemara wants to say that the word hanach means I'll be a shomer. Over there in Bava Kama, he has to say specifically, I will come in and I will be a shomer. Otherwise, you potter. So over here also, Rebbe will hold that the word hanach means nothing. Says Gemara, what's the connection? The Bas Naturi. It's very easy to watch it. It's enclosed. When he says come in, I will watch it. But when you're in the middle of a street, a busy street, then I ask you, could you watch it? And I say, put it down. I'm telling you, watch it yourself. What are you, crazy? I'm going to watch. Look how many people are going. Look how hard it is. Or I could say that Bekitzer, the Gemara says there's no connection between somebody's private backyard to what we're talking about in the middle of the street. Because I could say the opposite logic now. Inami. When a person says, could I come in? He has to ask for permission, otherwise he's a gana for coming into your property. So what did he do? He only gave him permission to come in, but he didn't say, I'm going to watch it. Come in. And watch it yourself. You can sit in the shade of my tree, I have a bench, whatever. Enjoy yourself. I'm not taking responsibility on your stuff. But in the middle of the street, maybe it's the opposite svara. Why is the guy asking him, could I put it down? Why am I telling that guy? Think about it. A guy says, hey, could I put it down over here? You're in the middle of the street, in the middle of the merkaz. I say, yeah, you can put it down. What do you mean, yeah, you can put it down? You're the balbas of the street. You give me permission to put it down. So when I say, yeah, put it down, what I'm saying is, I'm going to watch it. What he means to say is, I'll watch it. If he was telling him, you watch it yourself, he needs permission to put it down. He doesn't need permission. Rabbi Sai, have a wonderful day. Tomorrow we'll have better jokes. A great day.